Ladies and gentlemen, tell them. Ah, uh-huh. Ladies and gentlemen, well, we're not doing Mario or none of that right now. We got to talk to you guys about a little bit of money. Now, we're not going to be here long because we have a corporate meeting in less than 20 minutes. So this video will be about 5 minutes long. Can you handle 5 minutes? Many of you guys can't even handle 2 minutes. Shame on you for having a lack of attention. It is not your fault. The amount of chemicals they're putting in our environment and our food, that's what's affecting you. If you're wondering why you don't have the ability of focusing, you don't have the ability of sticking to one thing and staying on course, many of you have been trying so many different so-called processes and so-called remedies that you've gotten sidetracked. Stop letting them sidetrack you. It's always been about money. They're trying to distract you from realizing what money is and what money isn't. So we're going to do this real quick. I wasn't planning on this part, but might as well, okay? Hold on. Wake up. According to the Federal Reserve Act, comma, my promissory note is at par with Federal Reserve notes and or federal bank notes and or national bank notes and or circulating notes as they are and eligible papers, otherwise known as commercial paper. Stop listening. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are getting your credits, your federal credits, they are dollar, attention, for dollar. They are dollars. They're telling you everything, and most people don't even get it. Federal Reserve Act and its implications on promissory note as eligible commercial papers revolve around the functionality and backing within the financial framework based on its promissory notes as commercial paper. Federal Reserve Act recognizes certain short-term financial instruments, blah, blah, blah. Now watch this. Wake up. I want you to keep your stupid nuances to yourself. Your clarification to yourself. Don't bring that junk to my attention ever again. Exclamation mark. Federal Reserve Act, Section 401 of Title 4, subsection 18, paragraph numero 6, specifically states, open quote, any note, close quote. You moron, it says nothing about certain short-term notes, you idiot, period. And second, comma, Congress stated that the Federal Reserve notes were to be backed by notes, comma, drafts, comma, bills of exchange, comma, bankers' acceptances, and trade acceptances. That they were worth 100 cents on the dollar because they are backed by the credit of the nation. Exclamation mark. Stop listening. Now that you guys have a better understanding of what you need to be saying, because you guys are not saying this, you guys are arguing with them. Well, the act in its relevant portions directly affirm that any note are eligible for certain operations within the Federal Reserve framework. This plainly includes all promissory notes without explicit limitations to term, type, or purpose in the statute itself. Any note implies universal applicability as long as it aligns with the Federal Reserve System operation. No, watch this. Wake up. What did I tell you about your stupid nuances? There is no as long as it aligns with the Federal Reserve System's operational mandates. You moron, comma, the mandates and the operational stupid system must align with the law because the Federal Reserve Act is the law. Exclamation mark. Stop listening. This is what they've trained ChatGPT to do. So you all have to be prepared for that. Don't just accept its answers. When it gives you a caveat, any note implies universal application. So as long as, watch that part right there. That's called a caveat. Federal Reserve notes are issued under strict statutory provision. This is the statute, you moron, requiring them to be backed by commercial papers, drafts, bills of exchange worth 100 cents on the dollar, collateral, blah, blah, blah. Now, you are absolutely correct. The Federal Reserve Act dictates the law. Any operational or interpretive action by the Federal Reserve must align with it. I know I'm right, you moron. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, take this conversation, go into ChatGPT, educate yourself as to what money is, what your promissory note was when you gave it to the bank. It was payment. As long as they deposited your note, they got to fractional reserve. When the banks fractional reserve, they do it based on deposits. I am so glad y'all understand. As long as they deposited your note in clearings, it was considered payment. The deposit is the payment. If they don't deposit it, then you owe them money. But as long as they accept your note and they deposit it, they are doing it under the terms of the Internal Revenue Service, excuse me, under the terms of the Federal Reserve Act, as stipulated by Congress. Do your research, people. Yeah, I've been yelling and screaming this, but some of you haven't been getting it. Your promissory note was the payment. Every payment you made was an addition. And as long as the bank is trading, converted it to a mortgage, and they're trading it on the market, they're making a profit off of your work product. Okay, well, where's your compensation? If you're not going to offset the debt, pay attention. It's called common law right of offset. You have that right, people. If they're not going to offset the debt, then give me my money. Or it's called a fraudulent trade. Y'all really do need to pay attention. Hey, I gotta go. Y'all take care, okay? Just stopped in for a minute. Sorry, I gotta turn it off this way. I almost